graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the Kahoks and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy.
Everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, Kahoks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to the Collinsville Sports Complex here in the hustling, bustling city of Collinsville, as we get you set for some Lady Kahok softball. It is Senior Day here at the Collinsville Sports Complex. Matter of fact, the Senior Day festivities are wrapping up as we speak. And if you have not had a chance, we are live streaming that right now on our Facebook page. But, of course, it'll be up there for everybody to watch once Chris Kettler gets through and presses the stop button and downloads it or uploads it to the site. So we'll have that going for us, and then we'll have some softball going for us as well. We welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. Right now, of course, their focus is on Mother's Day. You only have 2 days, guys and girls. Those of you sons and daughters. And to this tilt with Triad with an overall record of 9-15. They were rained out yesterday against East St. Louis. That game will be made up next week. And then that would make the last game, the Wednesday game, against Murfreesboro. So Collinsville needing to break a little bit of a losing streak here. Last time Collinsville won was the game we had for you against Belleville East. That was supposed to be a home game that got moved to Belleville East, and that was back on the 1st of May. And here we are on the 10th of May, and the Kahoks are still looking for another win. Of course, they've only played a couple of games in between there with all the rainouts. They lost to Alton, they lost to O'Fallon, and they lost to Murfreesboro on Wednesday. So Collinsville, 9-15 on the year. Triad, they come in with an overall record of 17-5, and they sit in first place in the Mississippi Valley standings. They are 7-1 in league play. They are right ahead of Jerseyville with that 17-5 record. Jerseyville behind them at 19-10. The closest competition they have to the conference crown is by Highland. Highland has a 6-3 record, but we all know that the season is winding down, and with just a few games left, Triad just needs probably one more conference win, and they can wrap up that title. So the Knights come in flying high at 17-5 under their first-year head coach Chris Kleeman, seventh-year head coach Chris Kleeman. She has 149 wins under her belt and 63 losses. We'll pass along some more information about Triad and about the matchup here and the history between these two teams as we move along a little bit here in the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Had a chance to catch up with Collinsville head coach Brett Swip just a little while ago, right in between his team's batting practice and his team and the 4 seniors taking part in Senior Day festivities. We'll pass along that conversation to you next as the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show continues here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you set for Senior Day here at the old ballpark at the Collinsville Sports Complex. Your Lady Kahoks taking on the Triad Knights. Joining us now is Collinsville head coach Brett Swip. Coach, let's talk about some playoffs. The last time we talked, got the seedings released. Since then, the schedule has come out, and you guys get Granite City on Tuesday, May the 21st at 4:30. So tell us about that.
Yeah, we've been working towards getting to the regionals, and working towards being prepared for the regionals. So, now we know what that path includes. We have to take care of Granite City. That'll be our first game, Tuesday, May 21st, I think. And then the winner of that game takes on Edwardsville. It's kind of a quirky little regional. Edwardsville's got a bye right into the regional championship, and obviously they deserve their seed with their season, but just an interesting little unusual regional. So they won't play a game to get to the championship, and they'll play the winner of either us or Granite, and it's on their home field. So we got a tough journey. Obviously they have lots of experience, but we'll get prepared for it. We play Granite City next week, so that's actually a good opportunity for us to see. We haven't seen them in a while since early in the year, so not sure what they really have right now. And so it'll be a good chance for us to get our eyes on them. And then we know what we got with Edwardsville. We played them a couple times, and we know what we need to do there. So we know it's right in front of us. There's no surprises. We're not playing any teams yet that we don't know. It's like a little bit of a conference tournament almost is how it feels. But, that's been our goal. We don't have a banner on the back of our press box since 2011. So that's a long time ago since Kahok softball won a regional, and that's been our challenge and how we've built up this year. So we're looking forward to it.
As far as playing games, playoff games, or usually, you get lucky every once in a while and get one on your home field. Most of the time it's another site, neutral site we call it. But you're familiar with the sites that you play on. What do you think about playing on the Edwardsville field?
Yeah, Edwardsville, it's a nice field. It's a good playing surface. It's got true dimensions, and it's a good playing surface.
All right, let's go back to Wednesday since yesterday's game against East St. Louis got rained out. Murfreesboro. I was kind of impressed with that team.
Yeah, good little team. When we built our schedule and we started looking ahead, we've come across some good teams this year, and they've done a good job. They got some good hitters. We really enjoyed watching their hitters. Unfortunately, we don't like competing against them, but they had some good hitters, and they put a little bit of pressure on us, pitching and defensively, and we folded a little bit towards about the 5th inning or so, and kind of been the story of last week, or this week, or whatever week we're in. It's about the past 5 days. We just haven't pitched as great as we can, and we haven't played as good a defense as we can, and not giving our offense much of a chance. So we got to clean that up going into playoffs.
All right, you have Senior Day here. You have 4 seniors on your team. Without going into great detail, because we don't have a lot of time, talk about what this group of seniors has meant. These girls were sophomores when you first took over this team, so they've grown right along with you so far.
Yeah, this is one of the foundational groups. We have Sam Brakebill and Adriana Hall and Heather Martinez and Gabby Nieberge. They started as freshmen with Coach Schmittling. She was a JV coach then, and I think that year they had 2 wins. They won 2 JV games that year. I think 2 against East St. Louis, and that was it, or something of that nature. So they've really had their fingerprints all over this program. They have had to work for playing time and had to work to to contribute, and they have. I'm so impressed with their commitment. I'm so impressed with their leadership. They all have a different role. Some of their roles are more impactful on the field. Some of their roles are inside of our huddles. You know, Gabby Nieberge, for instance, she's almost like a coach within our senior group. So we're excited to celebrate with them today, and they deserve everything. And we haven't really had a huge senior classes since I've been here. So we're working our way towards more normal senior classes.
All right, we mentioned that you have Triad here this afternoon. You've played them your first 2 years as a coach here for this program for Collinsville, and you've won both games. This is a little bit of a different Triad team. They're actually turning the corner here.
Yeah, we snuck a couple from them the last 2 years. I remember 2 years ago we won on a drop fly ball. Their right fielder dropped a fly ball and we won. And last year we won in the top of the 7th inning. We had a little fluke double down the line and we won. So close games. They're good. They're at the top of the Mississippi Valley Conference. So they're a good program. They got a couple seniors that are dynamite, and you know we're gonna recognize them tonight too because they've made a big impact in softball in this area. And so we'll have a challenges. We haven't played any cake games, which is great to get us ready for regionals. But we'll have our challenge in front of us today.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Todd.
As Coach Brett Swip, your Collinsville Kahok lady softball coach, and we'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass out the starting 9 to you for both teams. We'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville, online, weshipstlouis.com, or call 346-4884. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you as we get you set for this game between Collinsville and Triad. Senior Day festivities just wrapping up a moment ago, and we are just about ready to play some ball. Might be a little bit later than 4:30, I would imagine, since we're just 2 minutes away from that on the clock anyway. But here are your starting lineups. First for the Triad Lady Knights, Caroline Leon, will lead things off, and she'll play third base, batting in the number 2 spot, playing center field. Jenna Bonensteel behind the plate, and batting third is Peyton Bodie. Liz Young is batting in the cleanup spot, and she'll be the designated player today and will be batting for second baseman Mallory Kessinger. Dallas Zirkelbach will be playing shortstop, batting in the number 5 spot. Batting sixth is Cheyenne Taylor, and she will be playing right field. First baseman bats 7th. That is Izzy Leon. Ella Moore is in the pitcher circle today and batting 8th. And in left field, Sydney Wildehaber will be the number 9 batter in the order for the Triad Knights. For Collinsville, when they take the field, when they come to the plate in the bottom of the first inning, Adriana Hall will lead things off. It'll be all 4 of the seniors here in the first 4 spots in the lineup for Coach Swip and his team. Adriana Hall leading off playing center field. Sam Brakebill is the designated player and batting second. Heather Martinez, the senior second baseman, will be batting in the number 3 spot. In the pitcher circle, senior Gabby Nieberge. Shortstop will be Riley Doyle, who is usually behind the plate or playing third base, so that'll be interesting to see for a little while. Doyle batting in the 5th spot. In the 6th spot, playing the usual first base position, is R.J. Simpson. Lizzie Sauer is in right field. She'll be batting 7th. Belmar Sala is at third base, batting 8th, and Natalie Becker will be in left field and batting 9th. And we told you the designated player, Sam Brakebill, she will be batting for catcher Mackenzie Lawrence. We bring Chris Kettler into the fold now, and Chris, anxious to see this team kind of respond after that loss against Murfreesboro on Wednesday, and Collinsville needs to try to find a way to break a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, the bats have been there a bit. They've put some runners on base and got a few runs in, but pitching staff just hasn't been able to keep it going there to get them shut down innings. They've had some errors and stuff out there on the field too, so some big numbers as far as runs go put up by the other teams here in the last few games.
Triad, they come in averaging 7 runs a game, 7.18 runs per game, while giving up 3.6, while Collinsville comes in averaging scoring about 5.3 a game, and they give up about 6.3. So I'm sure that Coach Swip would like to see that runs scored number get a little bit higher than the runs given away number.
Yeah, that's what's killing them there. They've been able to put up the runs, but the other team has an answer for it just about every time. You've seen it in the last game, the Murfreesboro game. Chaos came right back and tied it, and then Murfreesboro took the lead right back there and ended up as a blowout.
Well, we'll see what they have in store for us today. And that's since 2012 when they went 24-10. The best year of the team was in 2014, and that was a 26-7 record. That is their best in school history. And over their history, which is 34 years, no trips to the state round of softball. They do have 5 regional championships under their belt, but they have not been able to advance farther than the regional championship games and pick themselves up a sectional or even a trip to state. As we know, Collinsville hasn't won a regional championship since 2011, so you got a couple of schools are 9-9 against each other over the last 20 years. They didn't play in 2014, 2010, and they got rained out in the 2005 season, but Collinsville is 7-9 against Triad in the regular season and 2-0 against the Knights in the playoffs. Last year, Collinsville won at Triad 6-3. Triad had a 3-0 lead after 5 innings. Collinsville then tallied a run in the 6th and 5 runs in the 7th to eke out that win. Lizzie Sauer went 1 for 4 in that game with an RBI. Kendra Butcher played in that game. Went 1 for 1 at the plate with an RBI. She also finished up the last 3 innings in the pitcher's circle, giving up no runs on 1 hit and 1 strikeout. We told you about the playoff meetings. They met in the playoffs in 2006 and 2007. In 2007, they won 4-0. I believe that was Cindy Kolda's very first year. They won that regional championship game and then lost to Belleville East 1-0 at the Belleville West sectionals. The 2006 squad, that was coached by Pete Hoffman. Collinsville won that game by a score of 3-0 to capture that regional championship. And then they lost in the sectional semifinal against Marion by a score of 4-2. Player introductions are going on. Then we'll have the national anthem, and we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have some softball for you. We'll pass along some of the individual stats, and we'll take a look at the Triad schedule and what they have been up to this year as well. We'll do that in just a moment as the Culp Jennings Florist pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Culp Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Culp Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Culp Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Culp Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Culp Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, culpjennings.com. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200.
I'm a random windstorm. Shaky, 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 shaky. Shaky, shaky. And if you got cut rate insurance, you could be picking up this tab yourself. So get Allstate. You could save some cash and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is...
First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at the Collinsville Sports Complex. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. We are just about ready to go here between Collinsville and Triad. We will fill you in on some numbers. How about that? Gabby Nieberge will be in the circle to start this game off for Collinsville. And Gabby's only played in one game in the circle, and I believe I watched that one.
One of the Waterloo games?
You think so, yeah. She, right now, has a 8.40 earned run average. She gave up 6 hits in the 2 innings that she pitched. I believe that was 2 innings. 6 runs, only 2 of those earned, so that could have been a lot worse. And she didn't have a walk or strikeout to her name in that game, so we will hope that the strikeout portion of that column will change as we move along here today. And Collinsville, of course, the home team, they have on the white uniform bottoms and the dark purple uniform tops. White numbers on the fronts and the backs, and the word Kahoks written across the fronts of their jerseys. Triad, they're dressed in all black today. Got on some red socks, got a little trim over the shoulders and down the ribs of a little bit of red. The white numbers on the fronts and the backs, and the word Knights written across the fronts of their jerseys. As we are just about ready to go, we'll set the defense for you here for Collinsville as they get ready to face the Triad Knights here in the top of the first inning. Natalie Becker is in left field. Adriana Hall is in center field. Lizzie Sauer is in right field. Around the horn on the infield, Belle Marcella at third base. Riley Doyle at shortstop. Heather Martinez at second base. R.J. Simpson at first base, so no change on the right side of the infield. Mackenzie Lawrence is behind the plate, and she will be doing the catching of Gabby Nieberge.
They got Break Bill out there.
Oh, do
catching,
they now?
Some kind of change.
So
they tricked us. Yeah,
they tricked us, and
tricked us.
Break Bill's behind the plate, so I'm guessing Lawrence is the designated player. Is that correct there, Pete? No? Don't know?
We'll just see how the lineup plays out.
I guess.
Maybe it's just no DP and flex. Maybe it's just Break Bill catching and Could have dropped that part of it. We'll see how the lineup plays out as we go along.
Caroline Lehan will lead things off here for Triad, batting .220 on the year with 10 runs batted in. She steps in from the right side. And we are underway with a pitch high, ball one. A little bit of a wind here today, but unlike Wednesday when it was blowing straight out, this wind is coming in, and it's a chilly day. Wednesday was in the 80s. Today, not so much. 58 degrees right now. 2 pitches out of the strike zone to start off the Triad Knights, who are in the middle of an 8-game winning streak. They have not lost a game since they lost to Civic Memorial 9-6 back on April the 8th. That was back-to-back losses because on April the 5th they lost a game 4-3 at Edwardsville. And that broke a 5-game winning streak for Triad. That one's in there for a strike, 3-1 to Caroline Lehan. It'll be Lehan, Jenna Bonensteel, and Peyton Bodie to lead things off here for Triad. Senior night. And a walk to Lehan. Well, I said she didn't have any walks or strikeouts in her only appearance, and we wanted to fill up one column, not that one.
The center fielder, number 6, Jenna Bonensteel.
Here is Jenna Bonensteel. Bonensteel batting .193 on the year with.
Well, she's danced all over outside and high. Hasn't found anything yet other than the 3-0 pitch she grooved in there.
And this one's behind the batter, and taking off and going to second base is going to be Lehan on that play. And a wild pitch will put a runner at second base, and no one down. Second batter of the game, Jenna Bonensteel, the center fielder. Niebrugge, the righty. Ready? Pitch. That one is a strike. That one looked good. It's been a cloudy, overcast, cool day. I was told by the weather people that the clouds were supposed to dissipate throughout the day, and they have not.
They've been to get some blue in there, but
trying to now, but the forecast I saw this morning said we were supposed to have sunshine by like 8 or 9 o'clock. That did not happen. 3-1 the count to Bonensteel. And the pitch. That's a strike, full count. Yeah, we have St. Louis, wear your St. Louis Blues stuff at work today, so I did. I put my Kahok shirt on underneath it because I figured the sun was going to come out. It was going to warm up, and I could wear my Kahok stuff, but it never did, so I just kept my jersey on. It's long-sleeved and warm. Swinging a roller down to Marcella at third. She throws over to second base, and back with a head-first slide is Lehan, so Marcella decided to try to get the lead runner instead of taking the easy out, and that turns into runners at first and second with nobody down.
It might have been the easiest out. Roll across the field, speedy runner. Tried to get the lead runner there, just didn't work out.
Peyton Bodie will come up. The catcher for Triad, the number 3 batter, looks at one right down the middle. I think Niebrugge's found her groove a little bit here. Bodie comes in batting .387, 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. She is only one of 2 players for Triad with a triple. The other one's down at first base, Bonensteel. There's an off-speed delivery that stays high. 1 ball, 1 strike, no one out. Runners on first and second. Triad trying to strike early. And a shot fouled down the third baseline. And for Collinsville, they have been giving up runs early. They gave up 2 runs early to O'Fallon and gave up a couple of runs early to Murfreesboro. Came back in both of them. Just to lose both. Here is the next pitch. Swinging another foul down the third base side.
Ebro, you look to get one by her for this strikeout, or put a ground ball put in play, maybe get the lead runner out.
Here's the pitch. Pop fly.
Popped up.
On the infield. Infield fly rule called, I believe, and it's an out anyway. Fielding umpire had his arm up right off the bat.
Yep, right off the bat there, infield fly. She finished off the catch to stop the runners from going before tagging up.
Here's Liz Young, batting .391 on the year. 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in for the Triad designated player today, batting for Mallory Kessinger, who will be playing second base. So 1 out, a nice little double play would get Collinsville out of the inning unscathed. Niebrugge ready with the next to Young. Inside, ball 2. 2-0. Only a handful of games left. Got a game tomorrow at Roxana. Pop fly, foul territory. Marcella on the run, can't get there in time.
Don't count on that one tomorrow. It rains every Saturday.
Yeah, and earlier in the week they didn't have any rain in the forecast for Saturday. Now they do, but I think it's a nighttime thing, so they might be able to get that game in tomorrow morning.
It'd be like that game a couple weeks ago in Centralia where they played the whole thing in the pouring rain and called it in the top of the 7th.
Niebrugge ready again. It's been very wet here this spring, that's for sure. Another foul ball. This one stays on the ground, still on the third base side, which for you Triad Night fans, we cannot see on our screen. We understand that. We can't really move the camera around, so you have to rely on the play-by-play to tell you what's going on the left side of the infield and the outfield and that deep right field corner. Pitch, strike 3 on the outside corner. Nice call, nice pitch. And Collinsville 1 out away, from getting out of this first and second nobody out jam.
Yeah, Niebrugge took that one away, and Young wasn't looking for that.
So now she has a walk and a strikeout here in this inning. And up steps Dallas Zirkelbach. Dallas, a .361 hitter this year with 18 runs batted in. All of her extra base hits have been doubles, 6 of them on the year. And a pitch, and she offered. Umpire said yes. And it's quickly 0-2. So Kahawks and Gabby Niebrugge 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, back-to-back strikeouts. Triad Knights caught looking, and they strand 2 runners after getting the first 2 on base. We head to the home half of the first inning. Collinsville coming to the plate for the first time this afternoon in a scoreless game.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Let's thank Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether you're building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and they are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466 or online, pacedesignconstruct.com. Nice job by Collinsville. Get out of that inning with no damage done. First 2 batters reached. Next 3 batters went down. The final 2 looking at a called strike 3, and we'll see if we can translate that momentum into some offense. Adriana Hall will lead things off here for Collinsville, batting .386 on the year. And about 5 runs batted in for the senior leadoff hitter today for Collinsville. We'll give you the numbers and the defensive setting here in just a moment for Triad. Slapped right through the left side. Adriana Hall offers it the first pitch, and Collinsville gets the first hit of the game. And the leadoff hit at that.
Yeah, first pitch. Gets them napping there a little bit. Haven't quite set their defense.
Ella Moore, 6-3, or excuse me, she's 1-3 on the year. This is her 4th start, 6th game that she's pitched in, as a bunt goes straight back to the screen for Sam Brakebill, who is now catching instead of being the designated player. Moore has a 3.72 earned run average. She has given up 2 home runs, 2 triples, and 2 doubles this year from the pitcher's circle. That's kind of strange. 11 strikeouts to 13 walks, so she has walked a couple more than she has struck out. We'll see if Collinsville can take advantage of the fact that they're not facing the ace, Liz Young, in the circle today.
I think they are.
Are they?
This is 24 out here pitching.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Okay.
Liz Young.
All right. Looks like I got.
I don't know what. I got the wrong information here.
Yep.
Before the game.
I got Ella Moore on the mound, and it turns out it's Liz Young. All right. There's a swing and a little foul ball tap back the other way. So let's reset here and tell you about Liz Young. This is her 19th start, her 19th game. She has 16 complete games, and she is 16-2 on the year. 116 innings pitched and a 1.81 earned run average. And if that wasn't enough, how about 121 strikeouts to 34 walks? Liz Young, one of the seniors on this Triad team. Up, say, facing Sam Breakbill. Breakbill sends one out to the outfield. On the move is Taylor, and she will get there for the catch, but then she'll throw the ball away as the first baseman was in between first and second. Wasn't at the bag where the throw came in. So Hall will go down to second base on a throwing error by Cheyenne Taylor as Sam Breakbill is out. And up steps Heather Martinez. Martinez on the year batting .210, 1 home run, 12 runs batted in. Has a run down at second base she can maybe send home with a well-placed hit. Defensively for Triad, Sydney Wildhauber at second base as Adriana Hall steals third with no throw.
Yeah, the reason for a throw is nobody covering. Third baseman didn't get back there in time.
Izzy Lehan is playing first base. Peyton Bodie behind the plate, catching Liz Young. I don't know where that mess up came from, but Heather Martinez is now in a 1-2 hole with a runner over at third.
Get her in 6, come on now.
Martinez waits the next from Young. Here it is. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's in shallow. Outfield on the run, out of the glove of Wildhauber over there in left field, who came all the way over into shallow left center field to try to make that play, and it popped right out of her glove. And Heather Martinez is on first base. Adriana Hall comes in. Collinsville leads 1-0.
Wildhauber did a good job there to get to the ball. Used her speed there, just couldn't complete the catch. Drops it as it got to her glove. Kahoks on the board.
Popped right out, didn't it? There's Gabby Niebrugge up to the plate. Niebrugge still looking for her first hit on the varsity side. And she's up there with Heather Martinez at first base. Shot foul and right down the third base line. Gabby ran all the way down and touched first base, even though the umpire said foul. Niebrugge, the last of the 4 seniors to lead off this inning. Next pitch, swing and a miss.
Way out in front of that one, swung through it, 2 down.
The shortstop, number 23, Riley Doyle.
So a strikeout for Young. Second out of the inning, and up steps Riley Doyle. Playing some shortstop today is Riley, batting .381, 12 runs batted in. And she starts off in an 0-1 hole. Doyle has 3 of the 5 triples this year for Collinsville. That one was inside. The other 2 belong to Lizzie Sauer. 1 ball, 1 strike to Doyle. R.J. Simpson waits on deck. Runner at first base, Heather Martinez. Swinging a fly ball. That one's deep down the third base line, and that one's gone. Riley Doyle picks up her first home run, and it's a 2-run shot down the left field line. Collinsville leads 3-0.
Been waiting for that all year, finally for her to get a home run. Laser shot to left field. Lands there right next to the Extreme building out there. What a shot. 3-0
That
Kahoks.
sure
Let's put it on the
was.
board. I got it on the scoreboard now. Waiting for that.
That was crushed right off the get-go.
Couple RBIs there.
Now batting for the Kahawks, the first baseman, number 28.
R.J. Simpson comes to the plate.
Simpson.
R.J. has a couple of home runs.
To go back to back.
Well, I tell you, Liz Young left that one hanging up there, and Doyle took it. And R.J. fouls one out of play down the first base side. I was hoping something like that was going to happen after Triad got the first 2 runners on with nobody out and Collinsville got out of the inning. Sometimes those things swing that way, where you take that momentum built up after a good outing and you take it to the plate, hope to translate it into some runs, and Collinsville has done just that. Here's the next pitch to RJ. She swings through it, or bunts her way through it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Bottom of the first. Collinsville, 3 runs home here, and they're a home half of the first inning. Lizzie Sauer waits on deck. Up to Simpson, swinging a fly ball. This one slicing away from the center fielder. Oh, what a catch out there by Jenna Bonensteel. Left her feet, and she was flying through the air about 5 feet off the ground when she caught that ball. What a play. We head now to the top of the second, and a spectacular play ends the inning, but not before Collinsville scores 3 runs on 3 hits. We head now to the top of the second. Kahoks up 3-0.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back here with you from the Collinsville Sports Complex. Kahawks scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first and lead here 3-0. As it is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here for Triad. Cheyenne Taylor, Izzy Lehan, and I'm guessing Liz Young.
Well, no, Young was in the 4 spot.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. All right, I guess that'll maybe.
Batted.
Did both teams just swap out their designated player and put the player in the field? Is that what happened? At any rate.
Well, we got bad lineups. I don't know.
Yes, we did. Cheyenne Taylor batting .415 on the year. 9 runs batted in, 4 home runs. Niebrigge falls behind and now evens it up 1-1. Taylor, a throwing error in the bottom of the first. Throwing over to first base when no one was there. And then a stellar play in center field by Bonensteel. Man, that was a good catch. Off-speed pitch stays high. 2-1.
She wasn't in the field anywhere. All the other.
As Niebrugge is ready with another and swinging a foul ball. 2-2 now the count. Well, on the Triad lineup, they didn't have the position that the flex player was playing. Not until I wrote the number 4 down there for you. Swinging a foul ball that stays at home plate. Not until I filled out my lineup card and put my defensive list together that I figure out second base was missing. So I figured that's where Mallory Kessinger was playing. Taylor battling from the right side, 2-2, and a conversation with, the home plate umpire is breaking up a conversation that Collinsville first base coach Beth Ann Swartz is having with the on-deck hitter, Lizzie Lehan. Is that not allowed? Is the opposing first base coach not allowed to talk to the on-deck hitter? That one hit Taylor, and she did nothing to get out of the way.
Well, it's the Triad first base coach was talking to her own batter, not.
Or, yeah, sorry. I don't even know what I was thinking.
You confused me first.
Well, I didn't really see. I just, it just kind of looks like her, doesn't she? I don't know. I'm all confused, man. These lineup changes have got me all out of whack. Here's a shot down the third baseline, but that one's going foul. One bouncer to the fence. Off the bat of Izzy Lehan. Izzy is batting .356. Missed. Just looked down and it was red. Nieberge with a 1-1 pitch. That's a called strike. That was almost in the same spot the last one was. We'll get it together here in a minute, man, when we figure out all these lineups. It is Ellamore on deck. She's just not pitching. High fly ball, center field. Adriana Hall is underneath it. She has it. Out number 1. That'll, excuse me.
Now batting for Triad,
Man,
20,
just messed up my whole score sheet too. All right. Now I think I got it together here. Maybe, I don't know. It's still early. That'll bring up Ella Moore. Moore batting .317 on the year. Left-handed batter. Looks at one on the outside corner. Strike 1. Moore, along with that .317 average, 8 runs batted in. She has a runner at first base. 1 out. Nieberge. That one stays outside. Wow. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on first base. Nieberge ready with the next. Stays high. Now I'm just look at it on the on-deck circle to make sure the next person due up to bat is actually who's in the on-deck circle. I got number 8 on my list, and that's number 8, so I'm good. 3-1 now, all of a sudden to Ella Moore. Nieberge ready with the 3-1. Outside. Hit batter and a walk. That's the second walk issued by Nieberge to go along with a wild pitch, a hit batter, and 1 strikeout. Got herself into some trouble in the last half inning, but got out of it.
Triad still looking at their first clean hit here.
Yeah, they have not had a hit yet. Couple of walks, hit by pitch, fielder's choice. Here is Wildhaber. Sidney is batting .244 on the year with 3 runs batted in.
Shows bunt on the first one, pitches high.
Runners at first and second and 1 out. Pitch high. 2-0.
Yeah, one stayed high the whole time. Couldn't get it to drop in.
Maybe Sam Brakebill noticed something with her pitcher and trots out to the circle and apparently made a joke because Heather Martinez and R.J. Simpson are laughing. All the conversations and the jokes are over. Here's the
third baseman, number 17, Caroline Lehan.
Kahoks were expecting her to bunt. Just move her over, said get that pitch in there and just let her bunt on. Let's get this second out.
Well, Coach Swip is going to call timeout and come out to the circle, and we'll see if he wants to make a pitching change as it looks like Kendra Busher is ready to come out of the dugout.
Yeah, that's been his thing here. have the first pitcher just get the first time through the lineup, then make this switch when you hit the top of the order, and that's what will happen here.
That's exactly what's going to happen. So we have a pitching change timeout. We will come back and fill in numbers for young Miss Butcher in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Kendra Butcher moves out to the pitcher's circle for Collinsville. Kendra on the year. This is her 19th game. She has a 4.33 earned run average and a 6-10 record on the year. She also has 82 strikeouts to 35 walks. And she will take over for Gabby Niebrugge. And then, Mackenzie Lawrence will take the place of Sam Breakbill behind the plate. We'll have to wait and see if they make any change in the lineup as far as the batting order is concerned, because Breakbill initially was listed as the designated player, but then ended up behind the plate, so we'll have to see. Yeah. Kaylee Reynolds is going to go down and warm up in the bullpen. Up to the plate, Caroline Lehman, who walked off of Niebrugge her first time up, and then made it to second base on a wild pitch and was stranded down there along with the on-deck batter, Jenna Bonensteel. So runners at second and third, 2 outs. Butcher trying to get her team out of another jam here early on. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Clouds are starting to break up just a little bit more, and just as I say that, we get a little peek of sunshine. Butcher, the lefty, ready to go. Swing and a pop fly. Heather Martinez has it. Collinsville gets out of the inning with a little infield pop-up. And nothing doing for Triad here in the second inning. They left a couple of more players and still no hits for the Triad Knights through the first 2 innings. We'll tell you about the bottom of the second for Collinsville coming up next as the Kahawks lead 3-0.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about Chapman Trucking LLC? Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more, including getting your heavy equipment where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC. That is 618-960-9346 or online, ChapmanTruckingLLC.net. So it looks like Ella Moore's playing first base. So I'm okay. Here's a shot to Young and throws over to Moore for the out. That was Lizzie Sauer. Lizzie came in batting 146 with a couple of runs batted in. Here is Belle Marsala. Marsala on the year batting 162 with 6 runs batted in. So where's Izzy Lehan playing? That's what I just asked the same thing.
She's out there, 15.
Popped up and out of play. Yeah, I can't tell either.
They're clearly playing with 10, so.
Can't see her in the
she's
dugout
not
because I
there.
can't see the dugout. Here's a foul down the third baseline. Man, oh man, nothing like presenting everybody up here with wrong information, huh? Both teams made light-up changes and didn't tell us about any of them. Next pitch is low and in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Belmar Sala. And foul ball. With the exception of the 3 runs that Collinsville scored in the first inning, let's just forget the first 2 innings ever happened as far as the broadcasting standpoint. There's a shot right into the glove of Caroline Lehan.
A little soft one off the bat right there, the third baseman.
The left fielder, number 5, Natalie Becker.
2 outs. Here comes Natalie Becker. Natalie on the year batting .286 with a couple of runs batted in. First 2 are down here. Collinsville sent 7 to the plate in the first and picked up 3 runs. And there's a little pop-up that Young picks up and throws over to first base in time for the out. And a quick inning comes to a close here for the Collinsville Kahawks. We will move to the top of the third. Score remains the same. Collinsville has 3, Triad nothing.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Let's thank the City of Collinsville. You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on upcoming events in the city, or their website, because they have some cool stuff coming up. One of those is the brand new Memorial Day block party and fireworks. That'll be some live music, food, games, 4:30 to 9 o'clock. Fireworks start at 8:30. For more information, you can visit www.collinsville.org. Here is Jenna Bonensteel, who reached on a fielder's choice her first time up in the first inning when Triad got both the first 2 runners on, but Gabby Nieberge pitched out of it. Couple of strikeouts to end the inning, back-to-back strikeouts. Kendra Butcher took over after Nieberge pitched 1 2/3 of an inning. She got the last out in the last inning, and now she starts an inning for the first time here this afternoon, and she starts Bonensteel off with a ball inside. A little bit more sunshine coming through the clouds now. Next delivery, swinging a chance for the shortstop. Riley Doyle up over an OUT. That was a very quick bang-bang play there.
Very clean, too. She handled it no problem. Position she ain't normally in. No Darby Tarrant here today.
There is Peyton Bodie. She was victimized by the infield fly rule her first time up. And she swings a little late and right through pitch number 1. Yeah, apparently Darby did something during the Murfreesboro game. We're not really sure what it is, but she received an ejection at the very end of that game and cannot play in this one. Swinging a foul ball that stays up at home plate. I remember that the runner coming in from second to third made contact with Darby there at the end of that game. But I'm not sure what happened after that.
She was the last out that ran into that second baseman of Murfreesboro to end the game.
Yes. Now I remember. See, there's a fair ball. Marsala, long throw over and gets her. I do so many sports, I can't remember from one day to the next which one I'm doing, especially this week. I'm not Randy Carricker. I'm not Megamind. I don't remember everything. This is probably the 140th Kahok game I've done this year or something like that.
I don't know if it was an actual ejection or just something that they're keeping her out for this day.
I know. I don't know. All I know is that they escorted her up here to the press box right after that game ended. And I'm not sure what happened after that. Here is Liz Young, a strikeout victim against Nieberge, her first time up when Nieberge got both Young and Zirkel back looking at called strike threes to end the threat in the first inning. Butcher falls behind 2-0 and now puts a strike in there. Butcher ready. Swing and a miss. Young right over the top of that one. Butcher with a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a shot to the outfield. Adriana Hall can't get there despite a diving effort. That one rolls all the way to the wall. Lizzie Sauer is going to pick it up, and by the time she gets it back in, Liz Young is going to have herself a stand-up triple.
First off the bat, Hall was cutting in a little bit. Came in a little too much and had to dive back away for the ball and couldn't get it.
And that's the first hit on the afternoon for the Triad Knights. And Liz Young smoked that ball. That was a frozen rope right out to right center field. Here is Dallas Zirkelback, as we mentioned. Got caught looking at a third strike and her only at bat. She looks at one, outside, ball one. RBI opportunity for Zirkelback. She already has 18 on the year, looking for number 19. And it's just 60 feet away. Butcher ready. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Cardinals in action tonight from Busch. Second game of a 4-game set with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They had a little bit of a laugher last night, 17-4.
17 runs without a home run.
Yeah, kind of. Well, Molina almost had a grand slam, the longest single in baseball history, 400-foot single. When there was nothing he could do, bases were loaded, and the runners had to freeze and wait and see if the ball was going to be caught or not. And by the time it wasn't, they could all only advance 1 base. 2-1 the count. Now to Zirkelbach. Butcher ready with the next. Outside, hits the corner.
Yeah, good job catching the corner there. Leaves Zirkelbach looking.
2-2. She got caught looking at a third strike in her last at bat. We'll see what Butcher has in store for her here. First time she got caught looking against a Nieberge pitch. Now a 2-2 from Butcher. Swinging a pop foul out of play. Of course, the Blues are in action tomorrow. 7 o'clock, game number 1. Out at the Shark Tank in San Jose. Looking forward to that. I say Blues in 6. That's what I put on my NHL.com bracket, so that's what I have to go with, right? 2-2. And that's the count to Zirkelbach. Butcher, she's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chance for Doyle again into the glove. Over to first base. Nice stretch over there by R.J. Simpson, and the inning comes to a close. Couple of nice putouts in the inning by Riley Doyle. So Triad fails to score. They get the first hit of the afternoon to the Triad Knights, and we head now to the bottom half of the third. Collinsville still up 3-0.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahoks.
Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about my good buddy Peyton Blaylock? The real estate market is hot right now. You can trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today, 618-780-4622. Visit them online, www.blaylockteam.com. While you're there, ask about their HERO program, which gives discounts to law enforcement officers, teachers, firefighters, nurses, and EMTs. Again, that number, 618-780-4622. Well, it looks like we're going to go back to what the original lineup and the original fielding should have been. Looks like Ella Moore is now in the pitcher circle, which is what we thought to begin with. And it looks like Izzy Lehan is over at first base, which is what we thought to begin with. I don't even know anymore. Adriana Hall, she led off this game with a single and came around to score. And she leads off inning number 3 here with her team up 3-0. The lefty awaits the pitch, and it's a roller to the second baseman. Kessinger couldn't get it out of her glove. It popped out, couldn't pick it up in time, and Hall is safe. Is that Kessinger?
It is Kessinger.
Okay.
She saw it to the glove and then started to pick it up with her hand and then dropped it right away. And then by all that was what it would take to give Hall enough time to beat it out. I think it's got to be an error.
Error on the second baseman. And that will bring up Sam Brakebill, who flew out to Taylor out in right field her first time up. And the first pitch she sees is on the outside corner for a called strike. Brakebill awaits the next, swinging a high fly ball. On the run is Bonensteel in center field. She calls for it, and she has it for the out. One away.
Yep, center fielder took command there. Stepped up and made that catch.
That'll bring up Heather Martinez. Martinez singled. It scored Adriana Hall after Hall stole second. And Ella Moore pitches. I already gave you the numbers on Moore when I thought she was pitching, so we won't go back there. So they're just like movable parts, right? You can move anybody where you want to. Swinging a high fly ball for Heather Martinez. Here is Wildhaber out in left field. She has the catch, and there are 2 away.
Of course you could. You could move anybody to any spot if you wanted to, right?
Do you have to tell anybody about it? Or do you just have to tell them when the batting order changes?
The pitcher, number 35.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to conversations going on behind home plate in between innings to know if that's been going on or not. So I don't know. Here is Kendra Butcher. Butcher, her first plate appearance as she bats in the spot that was previously held by Niebrugge. Butcher batting .214 on the year. 4 runs batted in. Hall at first base, 2 outs. And an outside pitch was offered at, and Hall steals second base. Her second stolen base. One and one to Butcher, and this one's outside, and it gets down and stays down far enough for Hall to take third base. Heads up base running by the Collinsville senior.
There you go. Finds herself all the way to third base now. 3 pitches into this at bat. Butcher looks driver in.
Yeah, Butcher just needs a simple base hit now. Moore puts one high and inside for a called strike. 2-2. Butcher, the lefty, awaits the pitch. Swing and a miss. She swung right through it. Boy, she had a good hack at that ball, too, but just couldn't connect with it. So Collinsville will strand their first base runner of the afternoon as we head to the top of the 4th. But the Kahawks still lead this contest by a score of 3-0.
First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from the Collinsville Sports Complex. We move to the fourth inning. Collinsville on the power of a 3-run first inning. Continue to lead this game by that same score of 3-0 as the Triad Knights come to the plate here in the top half of the fourth inning. And it'll be Cheyenne Taylor, Izzy Lehan, and Ella Moore. Kendra Butcher back in the pitcher's circle as once again Kaylee Reynolds will trot down the third base line and warm up her arm.
The right fielder, number 7, Cheyenne Taylor.
Cheyenne Taylor was hit by a pitch and stranded at third, her first time up. Butcher settles back into the circle. Pitch inside, ball 1. Yeah, she did move out of the way of that one, didn't she? Last time she got hit by a pitch, she didn't move at all. Hit her in the calf, I believe. Next delivery, and that one's inside, and she twists out of the way of that one. And when she was hit by a pitch, that was when Nieberge was in the circle. Butcher ready with the next. Inside again.
Yep, all 3 pitches inside missed so far from Butcher.
All right, Butcher needs to bring one right down the middle here. See if she wants to swing or take. Here's the 3-0. Swing. Out of play.
So keep that one away. A little off the plate there. Taylor goes swinging on 3-0.
Yeah, she was probably trying not to pitch inside. JV game going on across the way between these same 2 schools. As Butcher looks in, ready for a 3-1. Here it is. Swinging another foul, this one, down the third base side. So from 3-0 to a full count here. Well, we do finally have a time for our regional softball game.
Yeah, no surprise on the time either.
Yeah, 4:30
time.
I don't know what that was. Did that hit her and then she swung at it?
It hit her, she swung at it, so that'd be a, I don't know if they're going to call it a foul ball.
I guess. I don't think it touched the bat. That should, yeah.
If it just hits her and she swings at it,
that's a
foul
strike.
Strike, and she'd be struck out there.
Yes, she would be. It did not hit the bat. It hit her, but she swung at it, so that should be a strike, and she should be out. We'll see what the umpires want to say as they meet right before the first base bag. Coach Cleenan interested. Strike 3. She's out.
What I thought initially when I first saw it there, it just hit her and she swung through it.
That is Butcher's first strikeout since she's came into the game, and that will bring up Izzy Lehan. Lehan flew out to Adriana Hall in center field her first time up.
So both bats, Taylor is hit by a pitch, but this time she strikes out on the second hit by a pitch.
Coach Kleeman, I guess, was okay with the explanation and goes back down to the third base coach's box. Base is empty, 1 out. And here is Izzy Lehan, and she swings at the first pitch and almost hits her coach. She just lifted up her left leg and went right by it. Not a bad crowd on hand, considering that it's chilly outside. I see a few people with some blankets.
About the same way as last night, soccer game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sun still up here for a little bit, but got gotten through the clouds.
Swinging a fly ball. That's going to be right over the head of the catcher, who is down there catching Kaylee Reynolds in foul territory, Samantha Brakebill. A long strike makes it 0-2.
Yeah, that regional will be on the 21st against the Grand at 4:30.
Yep, and they switched up the baseball postseason schedule as well. The original game that the Kahoks were going to play in was going to be on Wednesday, the 22nd. They moved it to the 21st, Tuesday at 4:30. Same time as the softball game, so we'll have softball on the Facebook page, and we'll have baseball right here on the YouTube channel. Here's the 1-2 outside, 2-2. And if both teams win, both teams will also be scheduled the same day in the regional championship game, Saturday morning at 11. And again, we would do the same thing we did last year. Softball on the Facebook page, baseball here on the YouTube channel. 2-2 pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, whenever he makes it to the plate there, bounces in front of the box.
Did have some rain yesterday, so
yeah,
the infield is not as dusty as it usually is.
They got rained out. They were supposed to play any St. Louis, then they moved it here, then it rained again.
Yep.
And then the game was totally wiped off, and they'll make that up Monday.
Oh, strike called on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts, one swinging, one looking. And Butcher picks up her first two strikeouts back-to-back style. And here is Ella Moore, who is now the pitcher. She walked her first time up and was stranded at second base.
Great one to strike out Lehan. Curves in there, catches outside corner.
Brought the ball back in. That was hit over Breakbill's head down there in the bullpen. It went over the fence, but it was foul. Swing and a miss by Moore. We're just as busy next week, almost as busy next week. The only day that we do not have a game scheduled is Monday. The only game I really had on the schedule was that Friday baseball game, and we don't know if we're going to get that in. It depends on what the girls do Wednesday in regional soccer action. Butcher ready with the next to Moore. Swing and a miss. She strikes out the side.
Yes, sir.
How about that? 3 strikeouts here in the 4th inning. Triad back out to the field in the bottom of the 4th as your Kahoks continue to lead this one by a score of 3-0.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 2nd year of operation on Main Street in uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Todd Duke and Chris Kettler back with you from the Collinsville Sports Complex. Bottom of the 4th inning.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th.
Collinsville scored 3 runs in their half of the 1st, and thus far, that is held up. Riley Doyle will lead things off here for Collinsville. Riley playing some good shortstop today. Usually see her behind the plate, maybe every once in a while at third. Doyle, she not only has played a good shortstop today, but she's provided a little bit of boom here as well. A 2-run home run in her first at bat in the first inning. She will face Ella Moore, swing and a miss. Then R.J. Simpson, who's in the on-deck circle, followed the 2-run homer up with a smash to center field that Jenna Bonensteel made a spectacular play on. There's a ball that stays high. 2-1 the count to Riley Doyle. It'll be Doyle, Simpson, Lizzie Sauer, if anyone can get on. Belmar Sala with a chance to bat here in the bottom of the 4th for Collinsville. Moore ready. That one's a little low. Ball 3, 3-1. Only one more Friday left in the school year. Everybody was celebrating today, walking around going, one more Friday, man, just one more Friday. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Full count now to Doyle. She's had a hefty cut at that one. Moore, ready to Doyle. Up high. Nice at bat there for Riley Doyle.
Good patient at bat, draws the walk.
First walk issued to Collinsville here this afternoon. And that brings up R.J. Simpson. We mentioned she scorched one to center field, and Jenna Bonensteel left her feet, went flying through the air like Bobby Orr. See what I did there?
Yeah, he was talking about that earlier.
49th anniversary of the big Bobby Orr goal against the St. Louis Blues in the Stanley Cup final back in the day. And
1970.
Jenna Bonensteel looked like that, flying through the air to make that catch in center field.
1970 Stanley Cup Finals,
Yep.
I guess?
Yep. Runner at first, nobody out. Runner goes, swinging a fly ball. This one's going to go into the tarp area, down the right field line. And staying alive is R.J. Simpson.
It's really looking for something to drive here. Fouling off the first 2 pitches. Never seen an umpire do that before.
RJ steps back in. She's in the 0-2 hole. And now it's a 1-2 count to the Kahok first baseman.
More looking to get her to chase outside.
Moore's ready with the next. Here it is. Runner goes, swinging a high fly ball. On the move is Taylor. Taylor gets there just on the edge of the outfield grass behind where second baseman Mallory Kessinger usually plays. 1 out.
The right fielder, number 14, Elizabeth Sauer.
Right fielder had to come a long way just to get to that one. Even if she wouldn't have got to it in time, Doyle would have been a dead duck at second base.
Yeah, had to wait to see if it was going to be caught anyway. Lizzie Sauer steps to the plate. Lizzie grounded out to the pitcher in her only plate appearance. And now she'll give the shortstop a try. Zirkelbach is up over to second with it for 1, and the return throw to first not in time. So we'll swap base runners at first base. Riley Doyle is gone on the play 6-4 as Lizzie Sauer reaches on the fielder's choice. And there are 2 outs to Belmar Sala, who lined out to her counterpart down at third base, Caroline Lehan, her first time up. There's the pitch, swinging a shot to center field. That is going to send back Bonensteel, but she makes the right adjustment and hauls it down for the catch. I can tell you one thing right now. The Triad Knights have themselves a pretty good center fielder.
She did a good job getting over there to her right to get in position and then backed up just enough to make that catch. Good catch to end the inning.
Well, she did. All right, well, we head now to the 5th inning. Collinsville still leads 3-0.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
How about we do some more bill paying here and thank some more of our sponsors. Collinsville Education Association is one of those. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website, collinsvillecea.org. Here is Sydney Wildhaber. She grounded out to the pitcher her first time up and faces Kendra Butcher for the first time. She's the only one left in the lineup that has not faced Miss Butcher so far here this afternoon.
Butcher struck out the side back there in the fourth.
We're in the fifth. Collinsville still leading 3-0. 3 runs in the first inning. So far they have held up. Oldhauper looks at one outside. Ball one. I know you were down live streaming the girls celebration, but I thought I'd tell you that, you know, the phone voice recording thing I've been trying to mess with for a while. Well, I decided not to use one of those voice recording apps anymore, and I just went with how you would like shoot a video, you know, because you have sound when you shoot videos, right? So I did that, and we did our little interview. Boy, I came back up here and almost blew my ears off. It was so loud. So I think I've got it figured out now and what to use. I won't bother to go out and spend money on another voice recorder if I don't have to. There's a foul ball well out of play. Almost went into the soccer goal over there where some kid is practicing soccer.
The old soccer field back here.
I don't think it's a soccer field. It's just a field with a soccer goal. I don't know. It could be.
It used to be a soccer field. I guess it's still got the goals.
Swinging a ball that gets away from the catcher, and the throw is not even going to be made all the way back to the fence. That goes. So Wildhauber on with a strikeout and then a passed ball.
Well, Butcher does get her fourth strikeout in a row there, but runner gets on base.
Doesn't count as an out, but yeah. Back to the top of the order, Caroline Lehan. Caroline has walked and popped up here in this game. She has a runner on first, nobody out. Triad trailing by 3 as they try to get back into this game. Butcher ready, swinging a foul ball back to the screen.
I'm pretty sure girls soccer, maybe boys too, back in the day would play down here because I'm pretty sure there's old pictures at the school. They're like facing this goal, and then they would have that water plant.
Water plant behind them,
blue
yeah.
thing behind them, yeah. That's in the gym somewhere, or it used to be.
Huh. Butcher ready with an 0-1 to Lehan. Swinging a shot right over Doyle at shortstop. Hall picks it up, throws it in. Everybody's safe. That's just the second hit of the afternoon here for Triad. And it puts runners on first and second for the Knights. They've had runners on base here this afternoon, but they've not been able to score any. They stranded 2 in the first. They stranded 2 more in the second. They stranded 1 in the third. And, of course, nothing in the fourth after 3 straight strikeouts by Butcher. And up steps Jenna Bonensteel, the center fielder, with the Golden Glove. She looks at one inside, ball 1.
Yeah, she made the catches there in that last inning. Looking to get this big hit now for Triad after they've got the first 2 on.
At the plate, Bonensteel has reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to Doyle at shortstop. And this one is going to be taken up the middle for a base hit. It's going to roll past Adriana Hall. 1 run comes around. Scoring is Wildhauber. Also Lehan. Well, they're going to hold her up at third base. And Triad is on the board with a RBI double by Jenna Bonensteel.
It's that one a bit into the gap there. Hall ain't speedy enough to cut it off. Just about goes all the way to the wall before she gets to it.
So Lehan at third. Bonensteel down at second. No one out. Up steps Peyton Bodie. Victimized by the infield fly rule in the first and grounded out to Marsala in the third. So Kahoks in a little trouble now. Tying run at second base. Pitches outside. Offering at it first was Bodie, and then she pulled the bat back. Ball 1.
To know if she went.
Oh,
Umpire
well,
says yes.
I guess so. You're going to ask the guy who's behind the shortstop to see if her bat went across the plate. On a right-handed batter, that would be a nice call that somebody standing down at first base could make, but I don't know. We'll take it, though. Next delivery. This one misses the outside corner. So now 1-1. Butcher back in the circle. Brings it in the dirt and off the glove of Lawrence, and she's not going to get to it in time for the throw at the plate. And in to score from third base is Caroline Lehan, and it's now 5-2. Moving up to third on the play was Bonensteel.
Well, wasn't where Lawrence expected. Didn't get her glove out there in time.
Passed ball will allow a run to score. And it's a 2-1 count now to Bodie. Next pitch is inside. So Triad back to within a run, and the tying run is just 60 feet away in the form of Jenna Bonensteel. Still nobody down. There's a strike. 3-2. Well, striking out the side in the bottom of the order in the last inning. We get to the top of the order here, and this is the second look that a lot of these batters have had at Butcher, swinging a foul ball. So the batters made their adjustments to the change in pitchers. Butcher ready to go. Runner at third, no one out. Ball 4.
Pitch stayed outside the whole time. No movement on it. Ball 4. Courtesy for the catcher, the coach says, number 11.
Well, that would be Kelsey Neese.
Kelsey Neese is the courtesy runner. Now batting for the Knights, number 24, Liz Young.
Well, that is just the first walk issued by Butcher. Niebrugge had 2 while she was in there. And now Triad with runners on the corners. And here is Liz Young, who tripled her last time up. A strikeout victim her first time up. That one misses the outside corner. They got the runner hung up. Heather Martinez over to R.J. Simpson. Runner comes home. Throw not in time. R.J. waited a little bit too long to throw that ball home.
Yeah, she didn't know at first when Martinez told her what to do with it. Took her a minute to figure out what was going on. Throw it down to Lawrence. We're not in time at all.
So a delayed steal by Triad ends up netting them the tying run. And now a runner at second base. Still no one out. And a pitch inside. So we're tied at 3. Neese down at second. She's the courtesy runner for the catcher. Butcher ready. Swinging a foul ball down the third baseline for Young. With Dallas Zirkelbeck waiting on deck. And again, still no outs here in the top of the 5th. Next delivery and another base hit. That one almost hit the umpire. Snagged on one bounce by Natalie Becker. Becker throws over to third. Out.
Yeah, runner rounded third there and just fell down coming off the bag, and throw was in time there to Marcella after that, and no chance to get back when you're laying on the ground.
How about a 7-5 put out? That's normally something you don't write down, huh? So Young gets the base hit. She's down at first base. There's one out. Up steps Dallas Zirkelbach. Zirkelbach has struck out and grounded out in this game. Pitch outside. Snap throw down to first. Gets into the outfield, but there is Lizzie Sauer to back it up. And the base runner, Liz Young, was already on her stomach, so she couldn't have popped up and ran very far anyway. Still a nice job out there by Sauer to back the play up. 1-0 the count to the batter. Zirkelbach, the shortstop. That one misses outside. Kandra's missing a lot outside here lately. Needs to bring it over just about another inch or two and nibble that outside corner. 2-0.
Not finding that movement on her pitches. Starting outside and staying there.
There's a little roller back to the pitcher and over to second base. Nope, pops out of the glove of Riley Doyle. Everyone's safe. That is going to be an error on the pitcher, Butcher. She threw that one into the ground.
That's exactly what happened. Looked to get the lead runner out there at second. Fired it into the ground.
Right fielder number 7, Cheyenne Taylor.
So Collinsville picks up their first error of the game. And it puts runners on first and second. Still with one out. Here is Cheyenne Taylor. Hit by a pitcher first time. Struck out her second time when she was hit by a pitch. She still swung at it. And she swings at this high and outside delivery and swings right through it.
First 6 have all got on here for Triad, but 3 runs in, 2 on, and 1 out.
Here's the next pitch, and this one's outside. Butcher trying to find her groove once again and get her team out of this inning with no further damage done than the 3-3 tie. Butcher ready with the next to Taylor. Here it is. That one's a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout would loom large here. Taylor digs back in. Butcher's ready. Here's the pitch. That one bounces right in front of the batter's box. Nice job by Lawrence to keep that one from going anywhere. She's had her work cut out for her here this inning behind the plate. 2-2 pitch on the way from Butcher to Taylor. Oh, it hit her.
Third time getting hit.
Guess what? Taylor has a magnet in her body that is prone to catching softballs.
Check on her. She's just fine now. Bases are loaded.
Yes, they are. Young at third. Zirkelbach at second. Taylor at first, and up steps Izzy Lehan. Lehan flew out back in the second and was the middle strikeout of the side of strikeouts in the 4th inning for Butcher. She got caught looking at a third strike in that at bat. Nowhere to put her. Butcher brings it home. Outside, gets back to the fence, and Lawrence gets to it, but not running, was Lizzie Young.
Young not sure what to do there, just held up. Didn't want to run into the second out at home plate.
Butcher needs to find that strike zone. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Kaylee Reynolds stopped warming up in the bullpen a long time ago. So no action down there right now for Collinsville. Butcher. That's a called strike. Lehan was ready to off-right it, decided not to. Umpire called it a strike anyway, 2-1. How about a nice 1-2-3 double play? A little tapper back to Butcher, throw home. Lawrence over to first, and she can throw it to Simpson. We'll be out of the inning. Here's the pitch. Yeah, almost hit her. This one gets away, and that's going to score the go-ahead run.
Good job to get out of the way, not let it hit you there, but it does roll way away from the catcher Lawrence, and the run scores.
Everyone
So
moves
put it on
up
the
a
board.
bag. Second wild pitch of this game for Butcher. And Lehan, a count in her favor, and she fouls one off. Check swing, but couldn't get the bat out of the way. 3-2. A little sunshine in our lives now.
Sunniest it's been all day, I think.
It is. Lehan, the 8th batter here in this inning. And that one stays right in front of home plate. Throw over to first base in time for the out. Everybody else stays, and boy, I tell you what, Wish she would have threw it over to second base because Zirkelback got back and she wasn't very far off the bag, but Cheyenne Taylor out there at second base, she was almost in the shortstop position.
It's the smallest piece of the ball I ever seen anybody get, and that
I
ball
know.
just went 2 inches.
Straight down.
Straight down.
Ella Moore is the 9th person to bat here in this inning, and she looks at one low and outside, ball 1. Moore has walked and struck out in this game. She was the last of the 3 strikeouts in the 4th inning for Butcher. Be nice for her to do that again. We'll see. Here's the 1-0. And a chance for Riley Simpson. She'll just glove it, and then she'll tag the runner out as she makes her way to first base. So a 3 unassisted play will end the inning. And in the inning, Triad scores 4 runs, and they take the lead as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. It's now the Triad Knights leading the Collinsville Kahawks by a score of 4-3.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611 online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
I'm a random windstorm. Shaky, 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 shaky. Shaky, shaky. And if you got cut rate insurance, you could be picking up this tab yourself. So get Allstate. You could save some cash and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Sometimes that 60 seconds that you get in between innings isn't enough to update the score sheet, man, with all that happened in that inning. I'm sitting here trying to add everything up, and before I know it, the commercials are done playing, and I'm behind on things. At any rate, Triad in that inning scored 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 3 hits. Collinsville committed an error in that inning, and Triad left a couple more on base. They've left 7 on base here this afternoon. Here, leading off things is Natalie Becker. Becker has only had 1 at bat in this game, and she grounded back to the pitcher. So Triad now leads 4-3. Collinsville trying to get that back. There's a pop fly behind home plate, and making the catch is Peyton Bodie. And there is quickly 1 away. That's back to the top of the order time, and Adriana Hall. Adriana has been on base both times today. She singled and scored in the first, reached on an error, and stole 2 bases in the third, made it all the way to third base after reaching on that error, but then she was stranded there. Celebrating senior day, Adriana's had a pretty good game. She pops one up into shallow left field. Oh, what a nice grab over there by Ella Moore. No, who is that this time? That's that is Isabel Leon, who made an over-the-shoulder grab of that catch down the first base line.
And she had to make sure she saw it. She pulled off that mask she's wearing.
Well, 3 pitches have equaled 2 outs here, and it's up to Sam Brakebill to keep things going if she's going to bat. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're going to be bringing Briley Anderton off the bench.
Oh, no, she can drive the ball there. Doyle's hit a home run earlier. Let's see what Anderton can do.
Anderton will fill in for the designated player position by Sam Brakebill. Brakebill actually caught the first inning in 2/3 and then became just the designated player. So Anderton comes in, .438 batting average. He leads the team in that department. 13 runs batted in, 1 home run. 2 would be nice here. Number 2 would tie it up. And she looks at a first pitch strike. 2 quick outs. Next delivery, swing and a miss. And Anderton was fooled by that pitch. She was wanting fastball, and Moore took a little bit off of it, and Anderton was well out in front. Quickly 0-2. Pitch outside. Ella Moore, the sophomore, pitches to Anderton, and she barely got a piece of that one, sent it back to the cage. Four, 3. Triad took the lead of this game in the last half inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Anderton swung right through that one. She was trying to hit a grand slam with no one on, and she swung right through that one, and the inning comes to a close. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Ella Moore and her Triad Knights. We move now to the top of the 6th inning. Triad leads this game by a score of 4-3.
First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about Metro East Roofing and Guttering, locally owned and operated since 1987 by brothers and Kahok alums, Tony and Corey Jones. Metro East Roofing and Guttering can help with your roofing, guttering, and siding needs. They're located at 1231 Lebanon Road in Collinsville. Metro East Roofing and Guttering is the hometown company you know and trust. Give them a call at 345-5679 today for your free estimate, and you can check out their Facebook page also at Metro East Roofing and Guttering. Defensive changes to tell you about. Riley Doyle will move away from the shortstop area and come behind the plate to do some catching. And it looks like Riley Anderton is going to stay in the game and take over shortstop for Riley Doyle. Sydney Wildhauber will lead things off here. She led off that 5th inning in which Triad scored 4 runs by striking out, but then making it to first base on a missed ball by the catcher Lawrence. She scored Triad's first run of the game. Before that, she grounded out to the pitcher. That was way back in the 2nd inning. Butcher's ready, swing and a miss. So we're trying some experiments at shortstop today. The Riley Doyle experiment worked out good. We'll see how the Riley Anderton shortstop experience works out. Here is Butcher's next pitch. Bunt. That's popped up foul behind the catcher Doyle, and she lost track of it, or else probably could have had that ball. And that looked like it was going to hit the batter, and she stuck that bat out right in front of her face and probably saved herself.
Yeah, that's all it did to save her from getting hit by pitch. She threw the bunt up real late. Doyle had no chance to get to it with the umpire right behind her.
Here's the 0-2, and that one comes right back here. And if there wasn't a screen and a window in the way, I would have right to me. So the count stays 0-2. Butcher's next, swinging a slow roller. That's going to be tough, and Marsala kind of kicked it as she ran past it. It was going to Anderton.
Anderton stopped, and that kind of allowed what Marcella to kind of cut in front of her and get it, and no one had any chance at it.
Butcher came off the pitcher's circle to try, but it was such a slowly hit ball that it was kind of a tough decision-making process. Snap throw down to first base and back in safely. It is Wildhauber. That is the the 5th base hit now in the afternoon for Triad. Puts leadoff runner on for the 3rd time in this game for the Knights. Outside pitch, back to the top of the order, Caroline Lehan. She singled and scored in that 4-run 5th inning as well. And is officially 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a walk in the 1st inning. Pitch. Hits the inside corner. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Butcher is ready with another delivery. Here it is. That one stays high. 2-2. And the lefty Butcher ready with the next. And it's outside. Another snap throw down to first. And again, back in safely is Wildhauer. Full count to the batter, Caroline Lehan. Pitch from Butcher. Swinging right back to her. Turns around, throws a second for one out, and that's the only out they'll get. Get the lead runner. Play goes 1-6 on the putout. And Lehan reaches on the fielder's choice and will take Wildhauer's spot down at first base. Here is Jenna Bonensteel. Doubled. And knocked in a couple of runs with that double to get Triad on the board in that 4-run inning. Other than that, she's reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out. Pitch. A little high and outside, ball 1. Next delivery on the way. Pop fly. This one is going to send Natalie Becker back, and she can't get there. Tried to make that over-the-shoulder catch. Runner had to hold up to see if she was going to catch it. So a little bit of a late start there for Lehan from first base. She does make it over to third. And a stand-up double for Bonensteel. Back-to-back doubles for Bonensteel. Here is Peyton Bodie, the catcher, with one out and an RBI opportunity. Bodie walked, stole a base, and then was thrown out at third base by Natalie Becker in that 4-run 5th inning for Triad. RBI opportunity for her, and she looks at one for a called strike. Peyton Bodie.
What's the question?
Butcher. Ready with the next. Swinging a fly ball out to right field. A one-hopper into the glove of Sauer and a throw home, and it bounces. And that's going to allow not only Lehan to be safe, but it's going to allow Bonensteel to score as well. And Triad has added on to their lead, and they now lead 6-4.
Sauer couldn't get there in time, but did scoop it right up with their glove. And best to just send that one in. The cutoff man hold the runners to first and third. Allow the one run to score, but throw allows another Triad run on the board.
That it does, and now the Knights have doubled up the Kahawks here in the run-scoring department.
Quick little talk here, though. They'll just intentionally walk Young.
So Young receives the intentional walk. Puts her at first, Bodie at second, and here is Dallas Zirkelback. Zirkelback reached on a fielder's choice in that 4-run 5th. 0 for 2 before that with a strikeout and a ground out.
Bring in a runner here.
That would be Mallory Kessinger.
Yeah, flex for the DP on that exchange.
One out in the inning. Runners at first and second. Collinsville trailing 6-3 now. Kahawks in a little bit of trouble. And since the first inning, their bats have kind of gone silent as well.
Yeah, it's 3-0 game. Stay that way here in the 5th, and now second and third time through the lineup for Butcher, who's ran into more trouble.
Zirkelbach steps back in from the right side, awaits the 1-0 pitch from the sophomore lefty Kendra Butcher. That one's inside. Throw down to second base, and boy, I tell you what, if that would have been closer to the third base side of the bag, might have had a chance.
Yeah, Martinez stepped up about 2 steps in front of the bag and not in position to put the tag down.
Butcher ready with another delivery. That one's a strike. You see that rut that she's dug in that pitcher circle out there?
Yeah, the way she drags her foot, she
does.
makes that rut every time, every game.
Drags that left foot from the far left-hand side of that rubber when she follows through with her delivery and digs that rut into the circle. Here's the next pitch. This one is a called strike as well. So we go from 2-0 to 2-2. One out. 2-2 pitch on the way. Right out of R.J. Simpson's glove. Everybody's going to be safe. That was a hot shot that if R.J. wouldn't have knocked it down, probably would have scored a run.
Yeah.
Bodie over to third, Young down to second, and Zirkelbach picks up her first hit. That is the 7th hit of the afternoon for Triad. And that brings up Cheyenne Taylor, who is a magnet for the softball. She has been hit by a pitch 3 times in this game, but 1 time she actually swung at the pitch that hit her, so she struck out, or else she would be on base 3 times with an HBP. This one's outside. Ball 1.
The last one, good save by Simpson to keep it from going to the outfield. Surely would have scored that 7th run.
So the bases are loaded with 1 out here for Triad. Knight's already up by 3, 6-3. Butcher swinging a fly ball. Lizzie Sauer on the run. She makes the catch and throws it home for the tag. And Doyle couldn't spin around fast enough to get the runner. So Bodie scores on the sacrifice RBI by Taylor.
Well, it's not a hit by pitch, which will get the RBI on the sac fly.
Wasn't a hit by pitch at least. Yeah, I guess you got something going on there. Here is Izzy Lehan. Lehan is 0 for 2 this afternoon with a 0 for 3, a ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out. Well, let's see if we can make it 0 for 4. Come back and score some runs. Collinsville down to their final 6 outs here. And the 1-0 pitch on the way, and swinging right through it is Lehan. Clouds have definitely thinned up. This was supposed to happen at like 8 o'clock this morning. That's what I was told. I was given some wrong information. 2-1 the count now to Izzy Lehan. Butcher's ready with the next delivery. Here it is. A foul ball on an excuse me. I didn't mean to swing foul ball by Lehan. 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2 on, 2 outs.
2 runners on.
2-2 the pitch. Will come from Kendra Butcher here in just a moment. Swinging a foul ball out of play. That one almost made it to the outfield of the JV field.
Looks like they're still playing over there.
They are. We have been on for 2 hours. We're in the top of the 6th. Another foul ball. That one almost took her coach's head off. I think last time she just had to move her left leg. This time she had to duck, and she gives her batter a smile, a chuckle, and a shoulder shrug. Izzy Lehan. Another 2-2 pitch from Kendra Butcher to Izzy Lehan is on the way. Up high, full count.
Hoping to get that call. Pitch stayed high.
Butcher's ready with another. And an excuse me swing, and it hits the bag. That's a fair ball. And everybody is going to be up a bag, and now a throw into second base. That bounces off the bag and goes into center field. Wow. So Liz Young comes home to score. It'll be an RBI single for Lehan.
That ball rolled just straight on down the line, and it hit the bag. And Marcel makes her throw trying to get Zirkle Black out as she was a few steps off of second base, and her throw went right into the bag.
Yeah, I've never seen a double hit the bag play, and the same at bat. So there's still 2 outs, but another run comes home. Collinsville can't stop the bleeding here.
Another 4-run inning. Back-to-back 4-run inning for the Triad Knights.
That makes it 8-3.
Second straight inning they batted around.
It is. Ella Moore becomes the 9th batter. She looks at one outside. Come on! 2-0. This is why they don't allow cheering in press boxes in professional sports. Moore walked, struck out, and grounded out. Her last at bat, she grounded out to R.J. Simpson, and Simpson tagged her as she was running up the line. 2 outs, need to get out of this. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Ella Moore. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Must have been outside.
Just missed coming across the plate. 3-0. 3-1.
3-1, yeah. Butcher, ready to go. Next pitch to Moore. Strike called. I think that was a makeup call for the last one.
Very similar pitches.
Yep.
That one drops in for a strike.
3-2. Runners at first and third. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Butcher. Swinging a fly ball that's slicing away from Adriana Hall. That's going to go all the way to the wall. And that is going to score a couple of more runs here for Triad. A stand-up 2 RBI double by Ella Moore.
Big hit here, adds 2 more runs on the board. The pitch didn't hang up there. It continued to slice away from Hall.
Things started off really promising in this game. Now it's a 10-3 advantage here for Triad. On an RBI, 2 RBI double by Ella Moore. Here is Sydney Wildhaber, who started off this inning with a single. She eventually was erased, but nevertheless, her team is batted around once again. Wildhaber ready with the next from Butcher. A slow roller to Marsala at third. She scoops it, she throws, and it's in the glove of R.J. Simpson. And the inning comes to a close on a 5-3 putout, and Wildhaber made the first and the third out here in this inning. And what an inning it was for the Triad Knights. 6 runs came across the score here in this inning, and the Kahawks have their work cut out for them as Collinsville is down to their final 6 outs. We will tell you all about the home half of the 6th next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call 346-4884.
Time to thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club. Since 1934, the Collinsville Junior Service Club has been doing their thing, which is providing women in the Collinsville area an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects that all go toward helping the needy in and around the Collinsville area. If you would like more information on any event or fundraiser being put on by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, well, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, hit the events tab, and that will fill you in on everything that you would need to know. here. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Collinsville now trailing 10-3. Seemed like just a little while ago we were tied at 3, and then all of a sudden avalanche of runs by the Triad Knights have given them a 10-3 lead. Leading things off, it'll be the middle of the order here for Collinsville. Heather Martinez, Kendra Butcher, and Riley Doyle. They are going to face Ella Moore. Martinez singled in a run in the first inning, came around to score herself on a 2-run home run by Riley Doyle. And then Martinez flew out to Wildhauber out in left field in her last at bat. She starts off this one with a ball, and the next pitch by Moore, swinging a foul ball out of play by Martinez.
Need to rattle the bats here, get something going, answer back. Triad's got all these runs here over the last 2 innings.
Yeah, Collinsville can just do the same if they are so intent to do so. Here's a high fly ball. Center fielder Jenna Bonensteel doesn't miss anything out there, and she hauls that one in for an out, 1 away. That'll bring up Kendra Butcher. Butcher and her 1 at bat, struck out. The number 4 spot in the order, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Gabby Niebrugge struck out in the first, and Butcher struck out in the third. Pitch. Misses. Ball 1. Moore ready with the next to Butcher. Swinging a pop fly. This one's going to stay right there at home plate, and Peyton Bodie is there to make the catch. Quickly 2 away.
She also had to kick the bat out of the way to get to that one.
There's Riley Doyle. Riley had that 2-run home run in the first we told you about, and she walked in the 4th and then was forced out by the shortstop Zirkelbach. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Players hate it when they hit a home run in the game and still lose the game.
Yeah, she hit it early, set the pace for the Kahoks, and haven't been able to capitalize since.
No, they have not. They haven't had much to talk about, man. They stranded a runner in the 3rd and stranded a runner in the 4th. Other than that, they really haven't had any base runners since that 3-run first.
No, a runner reached on an error, then a walk. Switch places on the fielder's choice, and that's been it.
Yeah. 2-1 the count. Here's the next. This one is in the dirt. It bounced off the dirt and hit her. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bounced off the dirt and hit her, so Doyle is down at first after a hit by pitch. First hit batter of the day for the Triad pitching crew. Here is R.J. Simpson. R.J. 0 for 2 this afternoon. A line out and a fly out. And the line out was a piece of beauty by Jenna Bonensteel out there in center field. That one came back in the first inning right after Doyle's 2-run home run. Coach Swip and RJ talk about things.
Got to start somewhere here with this comeback.
Could start with a hit batter. Simpson from the left side. Swing and fouls it back here. RJ steps back in. Ready for the 0-1 from Moore. Here it is. Runner goes. Swinging a shot right up the middle. And because Riley Doyle was running, she'll be able to make it to third on the play. And Collinsville has runners at first and third with no one down.
She was going all the way, try and make it to third. Sauer will be up now here with runners on the corner.
That's the first hit for Collinsville since that 3-run first inning.
Yeah, since the home run.
Yep. Here is Lizzie Sauer. Reached on the fielder's choice and grounded out to the pitcher here this afternoon. Runners up and running, and now they're going to have to go back. That's a pop-up on the infield. And never mind, there were already 2 outs, so we are done with the inning. So pop-up will take care of things, and we head now to the top of the 7th inning. Triad Knights in control of this one now by a score of 10-3.
All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200.
I'm a random windstorm. Shaky, 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 shaky. Shaky, shaky. And if you got cut rate insurance, you could be picking up this tab yourself. So get Allstate. You can save some cash and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
We have moved to the top of the 7th inning. Triad Knights lead this one by a score of 10-3. And some defensive changes to tell you about. Mackenzie Lawrence moves over to third base and takes over for Belle Marsala. And in the pitcher's circle, it is going to be Kaylee Reynolds. Reynolds, in her 11th game, she's 2-0 with a 6.16 earned run average. 14 strikeouts to 6 walks on the year for the sophomore pitcher, Kaylee Reynolds for Collinsville. She will be facing the top of the order, Caroline Lehman. Lehman has walked, popped up, singled, and scored 2 runs here this afternoon. It'll be the first 3 in the order here for Triad to face Kaylee Reynolds. Getting late. We're in the 7th. First thing Kahawks need to do is keep that scoreboard from blossoming past the number 10. And then they will have a lot of work cut out for them in the bottom of the 7th. JV game still going on over there as well. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a little floater. Heather Martinez has it. Out number 1. Nice play by Heather.
Yeah, especially considering when she finally got to it, it was just about towards the ground, stayed low and made the catch.
There is Jenna Bonensteel, who, besides her stellar play in center field, not a bad day at the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice, a ground out, but in the 5th and the 6th innings, back-to-back doubles. One of them produced 2 runs, and she scored both times. And here's a shot out to, oh, that's a catch. That should be the home plate umpire was the one calling it. Why isn't the guy out there closest to the play making that call? I know he had to turn and get over so he could see if there was going to be a play at first base, but man, I think she caught that goal. I thought she caught it.
I thought she made the catch there too, but yeah, fly ball off the ball is going to be the home plate umpire's call. Is the one on the field has got to watch the
another fly ball. This one's off the glove of Adriana Hall, and that one's going to get away from her long enough for Bonensteel to make it all the way over to third base and Bodie to pull up into second. And the first 2 runners after the pop-up have reached, or the first 2 batters, excuse me.
Yeah, last one should have been an out, and then
I think
this
so.
one's right to Hall, and she can't make the catch.
I do think that one was in Lizzie Sauer's glove. She had one earlier that you could plainly see she bounced it on that real short hop, but that one I think was in the glove.
This will be an intentional walk.
And an intentional walk will load the bases.
Second time in a row they'll intentionally walk Young, and Zirkelbach made him pay last inning.
Yep, sure did. With a 2 RBI single. So Zirkelbach with another opportunity to add some more onto the scoreboard on the guest side here at the Collinsville Sports Complex.
We ain't going to end on the 10-run rule since we're in the last inning anyway, if we get to that point. But Kahoks are going to get their last at bat.
They sure will.
In the bottom of the 7th.
Zirkelbach in the hole. Next pitch by Reynolds, outside. Ball 1. Nowhere to put her. Young is at first. Bodie's at second. Bonensteel's at third. Reynolds ready with the next. Chance shortstop. Anderton gloves it, throws it home, and it goes right through the legs of the catcher, and then she has to go back and get it, and both Bonensteel and Bodie score.
Bonensteel didn't read that off the bat. She wasn't going at all. Anderton had plenty of time to try to make that out. The force out. Threw it too low.
So Zirkelbach reaches with the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Cheyenne Taylor, who is prone to being hit by a pitch. Runners on the corners. Young made it all the way to third on that.
Tough inning here for Reynolds. She's done her part. Just one tough call and some errors.
Yep. 2 errors in the inning, 4 errors in the game. I think I have 4. I don't know how many you have. There's an outside pitch.
Yeah, that would bring it to 4 is what I got.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And it's a real shame. Almost could have been out of this inning if the call would have went our way for the catch made by Sauer that wasn't called a catch, and if that ball would have not popped out of Hall's glove in center, this inning would be over, but it's going to continue with another base hit. This one by Taylor. That scores a run. And it's still first and second, 13-3. Triad.
Well, they do get that 10-run lead, but we continue on. Infield will step in now. Now they'll step back.
There's Izzy Lehan with runners at first and second. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Triad has batted through the order in the 5th and the 6th. Lehan is the number 7 batter to the plate here in this inning. This one's outside, but too far off to hit the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next delivery, a swing and a miss.
Tries to get the runner back, going back to second base. Throw down to second, back in time. And 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. 1 out. 7th inning. Whew. 2-2.
Looks like they're done over there on field 4, JV game. Yep.
Yes, they are. And a swing and a miss. She's out. You can't throw the ball down to first on a missed third strike that falls into the dirt. There's already a runner down there. So Lehan is a strikeout victim for out number 2. That is the 5th strikeout in the afternoon for Kahok pitching.
Actually ends up going against the Kahoks there as Jerkelbach takes third because they threw it down to first for no necessary reason.
So Zirkelbach at third, Taylor at first. Up steps Ella Moore. Moore doubled in a couple of runs in her last at bat. That broke a 0-for-2 streak, where she walked back in the second but was stranded. Now.
It's going to give her some batting gloves.
Okay.
Don't know where those came from. Were they Zirkelbachs?
I don't have any idea. No, Zirkelbach's at third. I don't know. Whoever was at third last probably gave them to the. Here, can you hold these, Coach? These belong to Moore. Wait till she gets up and give them to her. But wait till after the first pitch. Way outside. Runners on the corner as well. Or on the corners again, I should say. For Ella Moore, the 8th player to bat here in this inning. Collinsville just can't stop the bleeding here in the 5th, 6th, or 7th. Swing and a miss. 3 runs already home here this inning. 6 runs came across the plate in the 6th. 4 runs came across in the 5th. At that point, it was just a 4-3 game. Swing and a chance for R.J. Simpson. She gloves it, steps on first, and the inning comes to a close, but not before Triad puts 3 more runs across the plate. We head now to the home half of the 7th, and the Kahawks have a lot of work to do.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from the Collinsville Sports Complex, 13-3. Unfortunately, is the score here, as Collinsville is down to their final 3 outs. Thought we were going to be off to a nice little win here today after Collinsville started off this game with 3 runs in the first inning on senior night. Helped out by the bunch of seniors getting on base right ahead of Riley Doyle, the sophomore, who smacked a 2-run home run over the left field fence way back in the first, and we thought we were going to be in for something good. Stayed that way for a while, all the way till the 5th inning when Triad plated 4, plated 6 the next inning, and just plated 3 more, and they lead 13-3. Here is Belle Marsala to lead things off. Belle 0 for 2 this afternoon after a line out and a fly out. She will step in and face Ella Moore. Pitch. Strike called.
Get some good at-bats here late in this game. I don't know if you can get 10 to get all the way back in this one, but
I don't know. Stranger things have happened in this game.
Another game tomorrow if you can get ready for it.
That's right. That was a game we originally had on the schedule for you. We had a double header scheduled in Roxana, but they took away one of those games, and I figured let's do this game instead of waking up tomorrow morning and driving all the way to Roxana for 1. I would have done that drive for 2.
Well, plus you might have been broadcasting it in the rain.
Could be, because you are outside on the lawn, right behind home plate in that place. I remember doing that a couple of years ago from there. I didn't mind it, so I figured I'd do it again, but it just didn't work out that way. And with the jam-packed schedule I had this week, I figured I would move the game from Saturday to Friday, get them all out of the way, and have myself a nice, relaxing weekend. Ha!
Get ready for the Blues game.
That's not going to happen. I got so much lawn work to do. Oh, yeah, I'm watching the Blues game tomorrow. We scheduled a large item trash pickup for Wednesday, so we're going to be spending some time putting a bunch of junk out front that we no longer want. Lots and lots of lawn work to do. Plus, it's Mother's Day weekend. There's a pitch that's high, and Belle Marsala coaxes a walk out of Ella Moore. That's just the second walk issued here this afternoon by Triad. Puts Marsala on at first, and looks like we are going to have Madison Reckline come in to pinch hit for Natalie Becker.
Reckline been slowed with a foot injury or something, but she's gotten a few at-bats here lately.
Batting .200 for the varsity team. Looking for her first RBI. She steps in from the left side, swings at the first pitch, and grinds it right through the hole between first and second. And the first 2 have reached here for the Kahawks. Just the 6th base hit of the afternoon for Collinsville. So Reckline at first, Marsala down at second. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Reckline. Yeah, Becker will run for herself, so to speak. And Adriana Hall back to the top of the order will come to the plate. Adriana led this game off with a single and came around to score. Reached on an error in the 3rd and popped up to the first baseman. What a nice play, over the shoulder play by Lehan down there. And a bunt placed nicely by Adriana Hall, and Collinsville has the bases loaded with nobody out to start off this 7th inning.
There they go. Just don't worry about the score. Let's
Nope.
just keep this going and see how many runs they can get.
As John Rooney says on the Cardinals broadcast, keep the line a-moving. Here is Briley Anderton, who came in the 5th, struck out in her only plate appearance. She has the bases full of Kahawks. Be a nice time to muscle up for a home run. That one's a strike. When she struck out in that appearance in the 5th, that last swing and a miss, she looked like she was trying to hit a home run. 0-1 the count to Anderton. Moore ready with the next. That one hits the outside corner, and Anderton backs up, shaking her head. She didn't like the call. 0-2. Here comes the next. Swinging a ball that stays up at home plate. Tag the runner, step on home plate. That runner's out. And that is a quick double play.
Wait, no. Marcella should not be out there. She was never tagged. They tagged out Anderton.
Yeah, you have to.
That's not a force play on Marcella anymore. That should be a run for the Kahoks. Unless they're saying, okay, the catcher
She stepped on the home plate. She did.
On place
and
first.
then she tagged Anderton out.
Then tagged Anderton out, so the catcher got a double play.
That would be a double play. Because when Bodie picked up the ball, she already had a foot on home plate. So that would automatically force out Marsala, and then she tagged Anderton.
That would be right if that was the case the umpire is making here. I originally thought on the play that the first out was Anderton getting tagged out, and then Marcella never was tagged out.
I believe that's the way it's going to be called. So, Marsala and Anderton are both out, 2 unassisted.
Second baseman, number 6, Heather Martinez.
So there's 2 outs and runners at second and third. Natalie Becker's over at third. Adriana Hall is on at second. Here is Heather Martinez. Martinez tips the ball into the glove. Strike 1. Martinez singled in Adriana Hall in her first at bat and has since flew out both to left and center field. This one's outside. Martinez waits the next for Moore. Here's the 1-1 outside. 2-1 now the count. Moore ready. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a base hit, maybe. Yep, right in front. Oh, and it gets right past Wildauber out in left field, and Collinsville is going to get 2 runs out of this. And boy, oh boy, it's a real shame that that Anderton ball stayed at home plate like it did, or we could have probably had more. And at least we would have more base runners and less outs.
Nice to see you get a couple runs here, late game situation.
The pitcher, number 2, Kaylee
To learn
Reynolds.
for maybe a closer game down the road. Give her a couple RBIs on that, why not?
Kaylee Reynolds batting for the first time, swings through it. Reynolds batting in the spot, of course, for Butcher. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. When did you give her a single and then error on the left fielder?
I'm being more generous than that.
You're going to give her a double? I'll give her a double, too. Why
Yeah,
not?
let's give
It's
her a
senior
double.
day.
It's senior day. I'm being generous.
Well, single and a double for Heather Martinez and 3 runs batted in. Now it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count against Kaylee Reynolds. Reynolds, this is her first at bat this year on the varsity side. Looks like it. She's not on the list, and she strikes out, and that ends the game.
Yep, that'll do it. Kahoks get 2 in the 7th, but lose this one here today 13-5.
That's exactly what they do as the two teams meet to shake hands at home plate. That will move us in to the Chiropractic Works post-game show, brought to you by my friend Chris McCluskey, Dr. Chris McCluskey at Chiropractic Works. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602. Online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahawks lose this one 13-5. Back with the wrap-up show in just a moment here on the Kahawks Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network as Collinsville drops this one today by a score of 13-5 to Triad. For Triad, they had 13 runs on 11 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 10 base runners on base, so it could have been a lot worse if you are a Collinsville fan. For Collinsville, 5 runs on 7 hits. They committed 4 errors, and they left 5 base runners on base. So Collinsville drops to 9-16 on the year. Triad improves to 18-5. Taking the loss in the circle for Collinsville was Kendra Butcher. She is now 6-11 on the year, while Ella Moore picks up the win, and she improves her record to 2-3. And it started off real good for the Kahawks there, Chris Kettler, but things just kind of fell apart, but it wasn't until the later innings.
You felt good about this game for the first 4 innings. Kahawks had that big first inning. It got the home run from Doyle, off and running with a 3-0 lead, and then just all kinds of problems there getting anybody out there in 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. 13 runs for Triad today.
Yeah, and a little bit of trouble from the pitching circle as well, but really, I mean, for the most part, when Niebrugge started off, she got some good pitches in there and, kept Triad at bay. And then Kendra Butcher comes in, does the same thing for a little while, but then things kind of unraveled.
Right, that was a game plan to try to keep him from seeing the pitchers the second time around for the lineup. It works good for the first few innings, but then, you got to get somebody out there that's already seen you before. Didn't work out for the Kahawks here today. Reynolds had a 7th inning that just was some bad luck there for the last 3 runs.
Yeah, all right. Well, here's what we got coming up for next week. We are at baseball on Tuesday at Granite City. That'll be at 4:30. Guess I'll see you. No, you won't be at Soccer Wednesday because you'll be here, right?
Yeah, they got that makeup game with West here.
I'll see you softball at Belleville West Thursday, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
Thanks for doing
somebody comes up here for this interview.
Yeah, thanks for filming the pregame festivities for senior night for the girls, and I just don't see that happening. So we're going to go ahead and call it quits here this afternoon, and we are going to be back at you on Tuesday. We have baseball, as I mentioned. It's going to be a road game at Granite City. Might as well get used to being there. We're going to have to go back out there for the playoffs as well. So that game is scheduled for Tuesday at 4:30. We'll be on the air around 4:15 with the pregame show. And until then, let's go Blues. Everybody have yourselves a fantastic weekend.